So the next topic I'm going to talk about is something called risk register. Have you come across a topic like that? Probably a lot of people are not aware of it. So the idea is, when you're running a company, right, there'll always be some dependency on the founder because you are the one being in the company from day one. You are the employee number one, and over a longer period, the longer it is, in our case, it's over 10 years. A lot of dependency on the founders without even you realizing how much the company is dependent on you as an individual. So what we have done recently is we started putting something called a risk register, and this at our scale, it's not only founders, there are dependency on a lot of people as well. So it's important to understand, what are the risks involved if a person is not there. It could be for any number of reasons these days, right? If there are certain things when we did this analysis based on my dependency, we figured out there are like 4 or 5 activities what I do. If I don't do it, the company will come to a stall. For example, approving the payrolls, right? Like every month, it's dependent on me. Even though the finance team does all the work, and then they put everything in place, and the final approval just before the money goes out of the bank, the dependency is on me. But ideally, you should have like a backup. If, say, for example, I'm traveling, or if I can't do it, somebody else should be able to do it. But when things are all going fine, you're on a day-to-day activities, you're doing things, you don't really think about it. But the moment something happens, for example, I was ill for a week, and then only then we realized how many things are really dependent on me. And still during my illness, I need to still log in once in a while to clear up a few things here and there. It's important. You need to make sure you're maintaining a risk register and then actively working on how do you mitigate that risk. In a company, there's one thing, you cannot eliminate the risks 100%. It's impossible to eliminate the risk, but you can try to minimize it as much as possible, and also documenting it. A lot of things, if nobody knows, for example, when we prepared the list, there's still some code dependency on me from earlier products and a bunch of things. It's all running. It's like a black box. Nobody, as long as nobody touches it, it's all working. But there's still, nobody in the company knows certain things, right? So now what we do as a company is actively work out every quarter. We pick up few items and try to have a plan or workflow how we solve it, and you need to do this exercise. It's an ongoing exercise. It's not just one-off, but it's important as the company grows, you maintain a risk register and actively solve it. As I said in the beginning, it's not just for founders. As the company scales, the risk register will go down to the management team and then all the core people in the company, and actively working on making sure that dependencies are kept as low as possible. Thank you.